Update: Am I the butthole for giving guardianship of my son to my aunt over my mother after I die of my terminal cancer? First of all, I'd like to say thanks to everyone who gave their suggestions and well wishes. Unfortunately, I didn't get to read everybody's comments as there are too many, but thanks to everyone anyway. Now on to the update. I gave my mother a few days to calm herself down before speaking to her again. She eventually came around. She recognizes that it's not optimal for my son to stay with her and that he would be better with my aunt. She knows that my brother is a Slav and is giving him a good kick up the butt to get his life together and crap. I have spoken with a lawyer who has helped me with a lot of things, including getting my son legally adopted by my aunt and her husband. He will still be staying with me until I pass. As a lot of you suggested, I made recordings and videos of myself giving him advice for his milestones. For example, when he loses his first tooth, turning the ages 10, 13, 16, 18, 21, his first girlfriend or boyfriend if he likes. I've made a video in case he is in any way LGBT+, leaving secondary school, going university, getting married, or if he has any kids. There are also things I've put into writing, like how his mother died and that he was supposed to grow up with a twin brother that also sadly passed. I've also had my lawyer help me set up a little trust to will him £40,000 from my girlfriend's father when he died. She put the money in a joint bank account that I got when she passed, in case he needs help with university or decides to go traveling. All I have to do now is to enjoy the time I have left with him. I've moved my younger brother into my flat so that there will be someone to find me every day for when I go. When I'm gone, I can at least be comforted by the fact that the son I love so much is being taken care of and that I will see the girl I love again and our other angel I never got to meet. Thank you all again. Edit: This is Ob's brother writing this edit. He has since died. Hope you read this. You're an amazing father. I was losing it at the videos he was making for each occasion. I lost my father when I was young and stuff like this would have meant the world to me. Truly an outstanding, amazing, loving parent. Yeah, that was the start of a river of tears for me. This whole post is both so sad and absolutely beautiful at the same time. Well wishes would be completely pointless and possibly borderline disrespectful at this stage, but I hope you have a peaceful passing, Op. I don't even know how to say it. My heart goes out to all of you, heart. Same here, and as someone LGBT, the fact that he thought to make sure his son would know that his father supported him in case he realizes he is LGBT, oh my god. That is such a beautiful thing to do. I have grandparents who I'll never know if they would have come around to being okay with me being queer, and it is such a wonderful thing to do for him, to give him that gift of not ever needing to question that his father would have supported him. I'm so sorry that this happened to you, Op. But know that your son is lucky to have you, and thanks to you, he's going to have your support long after you've passed, heart. I tried to convince my father to do this before he died, but he postponed until it was too late. It's a gut punch knowing I'll never hear his voice again. Original post did a more amazing thing than he can realize. I would give anything to hear my dad's voice again. He died suddenly at age 40 in 1985, so there was no planning, no advance warning. I was in my 20s, but my dad was everything to me. Original post is a kind, brave soul. My dad passed 15 years ago. It sucks. My sister's family has moved several times, military, and are finally in their forever home. During quarantine, my sis was going through stuff from storage and found her old answering machine. For whatever reason, she plugged it in and heard a message from my dad and him singing happy birthday, 3 months before he passed. It was so sweet to hear him, sounded like it was yesterday. Op is doing something his son will always cherish. We tried to convince my mom to do it too, or to write letters, but she didn't. There are some recordings of her telling stories towards the end, but she never did anything formal. She asked me if I knew what she would say if she couldn't end up saying it all, and I did, but it would be nice to hear her again. I really wish my mom had done this too. She tried to write me a book of letters and notes but passed before she had time to write even 3. My son is 10 now, 2 when she passed, and I've been doing this since day 1 anyway, but at least he will have a few to look at if I do end up leaving him a bit too soon, or a few as he moves through the motions. Probably the best move I've made a mom. Mine passed when I was just 18 and I can't imagine leaving him at 20 without any little things to hear, read and look through for the years that I'm not there for. Crying for you original post and loving you and your son so much. Well done and Kia Kaha 20 ETA. I just love you so much and your boy too. I can't imagine being your age. I'm 26 now, and having to deal with my own mortality and also leaving my precious boy who is just my entire life in a nutshell without me there. My heart just cries for you both, but you are just an amazing father and I'm sure the choice you've made will be the best for the rest of his future life. I'm just so proud of you. I can't imagine making that kind of a decision at your age. You're just so fab. Thank you for being you. Thank you 30. Same, when I got to the videotapes I was just sobbing at my desk. I don't have words to express how wonderful I think you are or how regretful and saddened I am that life has gone this way for you. I similarly have no words to state how brave and selfless you are in the face of these trials. The world will be less with your absence. I hope you experience nothing but love, generosity, laughter and joy in the time you have left to you. Thank you for allowing this Reddit community to be introduced to such a shining example of the best of humanity. The tape for when he has his own kids, God that hurt me. As someone who just had my first baby, I can very much say that if his son has kids, that video will be appreciated by both his son and whoever he has those kids with. Both my dad and my dad have passed and we both wished we had something to show our baby girl so she would know what both her grandpas were like. I can honestly say that even having something from Phil would have been amazing even if we don't have anything from my dad. For us, luckily we have my mom to tell her stories about my dad, but since Op's son doesn't have that, the videos will be really nice. Even just for the voice. My grandmother used to sing but got aphasia when she got dementia and couldn't speak for the last 4 years of her life beyond short sentences. My best friend loved her grandmother and had a gag recording of her as her voicemail laughing together. Her grandmother died her freshman year of college and she kept it as a voicemail until 25. Realizing a comical voicemail was probably not professional for a young real estate agent, but that she wouldn't delete the VM, put the recording in a bear for Christmas, it now sits next to a picture of her grandma. Voices are important. We're planning on doing the bear for my daughter. Just in case anything happens to us. Both our dads were unprepared for how us kids were going to deal with it and it sucked. I remember sobbing for days when I got mugged and the only videos I had were lost in my phone and laptop, so I really want to have stuff in case something bad happens. I know it's pretty morbid, but I don't want my daughter to go through the pain of forgetting our voices. Definitely. My husband's stepfather was in a horrible car crash a few months before we got pregnant and he ended up passing away before our daughter was born. He absolutely loved kids and would have been such a great granddad to our little girl. We named her in his honor. I wish she could have known him. In 2015 at my baby shower for my first child, my sister gave me a present from my mother, who wasn't able to travel for the shower. Inside was a hand-knit baby sweater. I looked up at my sister, confused. She said, "It's from Abuelita, grandmother." I assumed she was calling my mother that since she is becoming a grandmother, and was still so confused, since my mother doesn't knit. Then my sister said it again, and it hit me. It was knit for me by my grandmother, who died in 2002. I never knew of the sweater's existence, and just bawled at this gift from beyond. It was a gift that reflected love and hope and transcended time and language barriers. What a gift original post is giving his son. Wishing you peace in your time left together. I haven't spoken to my dad in 10 years since I was 16. Op's story had me bawling. Such a beautiful person doesn't deserve this, yet my horrible father gets to be alive and healthy? The world is cruel. If there is ever a miracle, it's that somehow Op's cancer just goes away. Hugs, I feel you 100%. Haven't spoken to mine in over 7 years. He's 85 and going strong. And this world would be a better place without him. Yet the good ones, like Op, go first. It's not fair. I'm right there with you. It's a cruel joke by the gods that such a wonderful soul is taken from his family too soon, but sperm donors like mine and yours are left to walk this earth. Me too. I wish so very much I'd been left some also. Yes. Hits me in a special place in my heart. My father passed when I was 15, and after he passed we found on his phone 2 videos, one addressed to just my mom with utility account logins and stuff like that. My mom did the working, my dad handled the finances, and the second addressed to my mother, my younger sister, and myself, telling us goodbye and to stay positive. And that he loved us. I don't watch it a lot because it tears me up, but it's comforting knowing I have it. Yeah, I'm crying reading this while my newborn lays on my chest. I wasn't even that young when my dad passed away, but God, have I cried so many times because he never got to meet So or my baby. I would have loved to know how he felt about me becoming a mom or getting married. It kills me that I have to walk down the aisle alone. I also can't remember his voice, which hurts so much, and I would love to have had videos of him, not just pictures. The 2 videos I had were lost when I got mugged and my phone was taken and laptop broken. So I really hope Original Post backs up anything he's saving. Having copies of the videos and letters could be really good in case something happens to the originals. I truly wish that I had more recordings of my mom's voice. I only have one. It's a home video of her and my dad. I know it beat for bear verbatim off by heart. If I could have just one more recording of her voice, I'd absolutely sell my soul for it. I'm not crying, I'm bawling. Wish I had a dad who loved me 1/10 as much as Original Post loves his son, even for just a day. Same here, dude. My butthole of a father ran for the hills after my mom passed when I was 6. I'm 22 now, but it's like I'm incomplete because I never had my first beer, have never had alcohol, like ever, don't like sports. Dad was a soccer coach, would have taught me a lot, and I'm usually on my PC playing Dota and CS all day. I meant it's not like I don't have friends. I do have friends, but they're nerdy like me, are on their pieces most of the time, and although it's no shame, it isn't great either to want to be alone half of the time. Skeptical. Hey, from a father to a man without one. You are doing fine, it's okay to be a nerd. Hell, in my bedroom I have a bunch of comic book and manga. Go One Piece, make sure to do the things you want. Thinking about traveling? Go for it. Want to ask out that cute person you're friends with? Let your feelings be known, at least afterwards you'll know where they stand. Most of all, be happy, and if you want those experiences, it's not too late. You can even do them with your own child one day. I just wanted to tell you that you sharing your story here has reminded me that life is fragile, so I need to really cherish the people I love. Thank you. I am an atheist, but if I am wrong and there is a God, I hope they bless your time left and your son throughout his life. My dad punted as soon as my mom told him she was pregnant, and I am far older than you, but I read you first post and now your update. I wish I had a father like you. Your kid will feel that love far after you're gone and through the rest of his life, and I wish you both all the best. I love you both. You're the best father to ever exist, and I know for a fact your son will live happily knowing that while his parents may have passed before he really got to know them, they loved him more than their lives cut too short. I am also atheist, or maybe more agnostic, but I live my life as if there is a God because we didn't know for sure, and I'm not taking chances. I don't go to church or anything, but I'll say a prayer every now and then, and I live an honest life just in case. I'd hate to die and find out there's a God that I snubbed. It's best to live life as though God is real. I'll tell you, I'm much older than most here, and I've seen some things that make me think it's possible. As an atheist, not anti-theist, I'd love to know what you saw. r/dad for minute, Reddit link. Thank you, you've just made my day with this. Have a great day. I'm glad you're doing things for her to remember you by. When my son was going to graduate high school, they gave the parents an assignment. We had to write a letter about all of the things that we've yet to teach our child. I, honestly, told him I wasn't writing the letter because what had I been doing his entire life if not teaching him things? Then I sat down and 6 pages, or was it 8, just came out. I put the one sentence as the cover page. I know he's got it somewhere and he's going to keep it. Record videos so that your child remembers what you look like, what you sound like, get some cologne so she remembers what you smell like. Those are the small things she will cherish. I am female, but as a mother I feel like I can say this. You don't have to drink to be complete. You can be an introvert, and that is okay. Plenty of men and women hate sports. And as a fellow nerd, it is okay to be who you are. Everyone feels like they are incomplete in some way. It is normal to feel like that. Life is hard, man. I can't imagine what you have dealt with. But I bet that you aren't seeing yourself very clearly. Embrace the nerdy part of yourself. There are loads of us out there. Thank you, kind stranger. Same here. Having a father like would be the world to me. It's depressing really to see Original Post kick the bucket. I have a deadbeat dad too, except he never left us, unfortunately. He literally just sits around the house all day while my mother and my brothers and we're fully grown, work full-time jobs. It's disgusting. I just moved out of there and couldn't be happier to be out of that environment, He is also a violent and toxic person. I'm so sorry for you. Hugs, Purple Heart. My dad left when I was 5. He told me he'd never come back. He never did. I got an emotionally abusive stepfather instead. Edited because mobile thumbs hit reply by accident. This post has me absolutely inconsolable. Op, I hope you know how much love and light you have brought into this world. Your son will be so proud to call you his father. I know I'm sobbing over here. Op and his family really got screwed over, but hopefully his son will know how loved and wanted he was and is. I'm seriously bawling over how amazing and heartwarming the original post is as a father. His son will grow up knowing how loved he was by his parents. I hope the original post made backup copies of the video too, just in case something happens to the first copies. I would also consider making some videos for the bad times as well. First heartbreak, getting an F/failing a class, not getting the job he wanted, not getting into the university he wanted. My father was always there for the good times, but when I tended to need him the most was in the bad times to help steer the boat back in the right direction. Also maybe record a video of the talk, as that's another big thing. And tell him not to use drugs to cope. Seriously. Don't just wait for 10 to give him a letter. My kid is 11 and has a memory like a steel trap. He remembers things from when he was 2 years old. Unbelievable. I'm so sorry you're going through all this. You are amazing and kind and incredibly loving. Godspeed, heart, 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 heart. For early letters it's okay, give advice and judge, but in later letters you have to be careful what you say, as you never know how their life will turn out and you may end up saying things that are hurtful. For example, web link. Yup, my kid is nearly 4 and he remembers things from 2 years ago. They do remember. Maybe not all the pieces but the key bits, the bit they learned from. Gosh, this is such a sad post. There is a photo of my cousin and I. He is 8 days shy of being a year older than me, and we both got money. I got a $5 bill and he got $5 $1 bills, and I'm giving him the side eye with a pure look of confusion. I remember exactly what I was thinking in that moment, and it was that he got more than me. I couldn't have been older than 2 at the time, and now I'm 38. That is actually the youngest memory that I have. I have never agreed to anything more. This can seriously help Op's son in times of hardship. User goodbye me boy, see this. It's important as well, if not more. Reddit link. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.